Hello and welcome once again. In the last sessions, we were discussing linear definite equations with two variables and their solutions. We completely covered linear definite equations in two variables, describing two methods to solve such equations. Now we are going to see linear definite equations in more than two variables, and we are going to see how to solve them. But before that, we will be having two results on GCD of more than two numbers. This fact is known to us that if a1, a2, etc. an are positive integers, then the GCD of a1, a2, etc. an is equal to it's equivalent to finding the GCD of a1 up to an minus 1, and then this GCD together with an will give the GCD of all these integers. This is known. Now what we are going to show is the following. Show that GCD of a1, a2, etc. an is the least positive linear combination of a1, etc. an. So we have seen this result in the case of two numbers, and we call that result as Bezo's identity. So when n equal to 2, this gives the Bezo's identity. Because if we have the GCD of two numbers, D is a linear combination of a1 and a2, then D is equal to a1x plus a2y. That is what Bezo's identity is. Now we are going to prove this for any n integers. We are going to proceed as in the case of two numbers. So we will consider, let S is equal to the set of all positive linear combinations, a1 x1 plus etc. plus an xn, where xi belongs to set of all integers, this intersection n. So the first question is the set non-empty? Is yes non-empty? And the answer is yes, because a1 equal to a1 into 1 plus a2 0 plus etc. plus an 0. This is the linear combination, and a1 is positive. This belongs to S, and therefore S is non-empty. Since S is non-empty, well-ordered principle is applicable. Therefore, W of P can be applied to L. Yes. Therefore, S has a least element, which happens to be positive, because S is a subset of set of all natural numbers, and therefore it is automatically, this is positive. So we let that least element to be yes. Let D be the least element in S. So how do D look like? Therefore D is a linear combination of a1 etc. an, or there exist integers q1 etc. qn such that D is equal to a1 q1 plus etc. plus an qn. Next question we want to see is if D is going to be the GCD or not. So to show that D is a GCD, we need to show that D divides all these AIs. To show that D equal to the GCD of A1, A2, etc. an, we need to show two things. We need to show that 1, D divides AI for I from 1 to n. 2, if some D dash divides AI, for all I, then D is going to be less than or equal to, D dash is going to be less than or equal to D. These are the two things that we have to verify to show that D is the GCD. Okay, if to show the first part, we will just take AI to be equal to A1. So the proof for the general I is also going to be the same. D divides A1, not AI, A1. So suppose not, or otherwise, we will write A1, this is division theorem, A1 equal to D into M plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than D. Now, note that this D is nothing but D is equal to A1 Q1 plus etc. plus AN Qn, this into M plus R. Therefore, R becomes, R is equal to, if we bring everything to the left side, then it is A1 into 1 minus Q1M plus, here it is, A2 into, here we have M Q2 and minus M Q2 plus etc. plus AN into minus M Qn. But note that this is a linear combination of A1, A2, etc. AN, and this is greater than or equal to 0. If R is positive, R is greater than or equal to 0, that is known. R is greater than or equal to 0. If R is greater than 0, then it is a linear combination of AIs, and therefore R belongs to S. But R is less than D, and D is the least. That's a contradiction. But D is the least. D is the least in S, therefore R cannot be greater than 0, because if R is greater than 0, then R will be in S and R is less than D. Therefore, R must be equal to 0, or D divides A1. Similarly, D divides AI for all I. Therefore, D is a common divisor of all the AIs. Now we need to show that D is a GCD, or otherwise, if D dash is some divisor of all the AIs, then D dash is going to be less than or equal to D. Now, let D dash divides AI for all the I's. Now, D is an element, D is a linear combination of all the, D is a linear combination of the form A1 Q1 plus etc. plus AN Qn. Therefore, D dash divides AI implies that D dash divides D, or D dash is less than or equal to D. This is what we wanted here. We wanted D dash to be less than or equal to D. And therefore, D satisfies both the conditions, and therefore D is the GCD of A1 etc. AN. But what is D? D is the least element in the set of all positive linear combinations of A1, A2 etc. and therefore the GCD of A1, A2 etc. AN is the least positive linear combination of A1 etc. A. So this is verified. Therefore, GCD of A1 etc. AN is the least positive linear combination of AIs. Now we are going to use this to show the following problem. Show that the linear definite equation A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 equal to C is solvable if and only if GCD of A1, A2, A3 divides C. So we know that in the 2 variable case this is true, and we want to verify this for the 3 variable case as well. Now if suppose that we call this equation as 1, if equation 1 is solvable, then definitely there exists some values like a q1, q2, q3 such that a1 x1, a1 q1 plus a2 q2 plus a3 q3 is equal to c. Then there exists q1, q2, q3 in z such that a1 q1 plus a2 q2 plus a3 q3 equal to c. Now if D is the GCD of a1, a2, a1, a2, a3, then D definitely divides a1, D divides a2, and D divides a3. Therefore D divides any linear combination of a1, a2, a3, and therefore D divides a1 q1 plus a2 q2 plus a3 q3. So D divides a1 q1 plus a2 q2 plus a3 q3, and that is equal to c. Therefore D divides c. So this is now clear. So GCD definitely divides c if it's solvable. Now we have to prove the converse. That is, if the GCD divides c, then the linear differential equation is solvable. Therefore, suppose D divides C. But we have seen in the previous problem that D is equal to A1 Q1 plus A2 Q2 plus A3 Q3, and D divides C implies that C is equal to MD for some integer M. This is known to us. Therefore, if D is equal to this, therefore M into D, C equal to M into D, that is equal to A1 QM Q1M plus A2 Q2M plus A3 Q3M, and therefore this is equal to C. Therefore the solution is Q1M Q2M Q3M. Therefore the linear differential equation A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 is solved, equal to C is solved. Therefore the LDE A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 equal to C is solvable if D divides C, where D is the GCD. So we proved that part. Now we can extend this for any n elements. So the question is the following: show that A1 x1 plus etc. plus an xn equal to C is solvable if and only if the GCD of A1, A2, etc. an divides C. I'm leaving this as an exercise. Now we are going to solve a linear differential equation in 3 variables. So question is this: is 6x plus 8y plus 12z equal to 10 solvable? If it is solvable, find general solution. This is the question. So the solvability, we have already seen that it depends on the GCD of the coefficients. If it divides the right side constant, then it is solvable. So what is the GCD? 6, 8, 12. We can easily see that the GCD is 6 has factors 2 and 3, and 8 has only factor 2, 12 has factors 2 and 3. Therefore here 6 has only 1, 2 as the factor. Therefore the GCD is going to be just equal to 2, and 2 divides 10. Therefore this LDE 1 is solvable, that is guaranteed. Now we have to find a solution. So to find a solution, we have to actually break this into several parts, and we will try to see how to solve it by solving different parts of this equation. So to start with, just see that previously we have seen that we need to bring this into a two variable case, then only we can actually solve it. So just consider this 8y plus 12z, and we will try to solve this 8y plus 12z in the beginning. So what type of integer 8y plus 12z can be? What can be the values of 8y plus 12z? It is not necessary to choose 8y plus 12z itself. We can of course choose 6a plus 8y or 6x plus 12z, anything we can choose. So note that 8y plus 12z equal to some c is solvable. So this is going to be equal to some integer if and only if the GCD of 8 and 12 that divides c. What is GCD of 8 and 12? That is 4 divides c. Therefore the c must be a multiple of 4. Therefore 8y plus 12z always must be a multiple of 4 for some m integer. So this has to be always 4m. Therefore we need to solve 6x plus 4m, because we know that 8y plus 12z is always going to be equal to some 4m. So we will try to solve 6x plus 4m is equal to 10. So consider the LDE 6x plus 4m equal to 10. So this is equation number 2. Now is this solvable? This is solvable if and only if what is the GCD of 6 and 4 is equal to 2, and 2 divides 10. Therefore 2 is solvable, that is guaranteed. So 6x plus 4m is equal to 10, and we can find the general solution by finding the particular solution in this case. And what is going to be a particular solution in this case? We can easily see that 6, 4. So we have to solve 6, 4. GCD of 6, 4 is equal to 2. So firstly we will solve 6x plus 4m equal to what should we solve? 6x plus 4m is equal to 2, and solution is a particular solution is 6 into 1 plus 4 into 1. So it is so we need the 2. So 6 into 1 plus 4 into minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is a solution for the linear definite equation 3. So but we need to solve not this one, but we need to solve 6x plus 4m is equal to 10. Therefore 6x plus 4m we will solve 6x plus 1 minus we are getting. So we need to multiply with 5 on both sides. So 6 into 1 into 5 plus 4 into minus 1 into 5 is equal to 5 into 2. That is 6 into 5 plus 4 into minus 5 is equal to 10. So a particular solution for 2 is nothing but this is equal to 5 minus 5. 5 minus 5. Therefore general solution for 2, we know that this is going to be equal to this is 5 minus b, 5 plus b by d. What is b? B here is 4 and d is 2 into some q, and it is minus 5 plus 6 by 2. Sorry, minus 5 minus 6 by 2 into q for q and integer. This is the general solution for equation 2. Now we will substitute this equation, this general solution, into 8y plus 12 is equal to 4. using the general solution of 2 in 8y plus 12z equal to 4m. We already got that m is going to be equal to general solution for m is this. This is m, this is x. So if we substitute it here, 8y plus 12z equal to 4 into minus 5 minus 6 by 2 minus this is equal to, okay, we'll just simplify this, 5 plus 2q minus 5 minus 3q. So minus 5 minus 3q is what m is, minus 5 minus 3q. Now note that the GCD of 8y plus 12z, GCD of 8 and 12, this we know that we will solve this first. GCD is nothing but this is equal to 4, and one solution is so a particular solution for this is equation number what, up to 3 we have taken, so call this as equation number, okay, call this as equation number 4, this as equation number 5. So a particular solution for 5 is, we can see that is, if you put y is equal to minus 1, z is equal to 1. So minus 1, 1. Therefore, a particular solution for question 4, we will get minus 1, 1. If we multiply, we need 4 into minus 5 minus 3q. So we multiply this minus 1, 1 with minus 5 minus 3q. So particular solution for 4 will be minus 1 into minus 5 minus 3q, 1 into minus 5 minus 3q, that is equal to, so this is the particular solution, this is equal to 5 plus 3q minus 5 minus 3q. So this is the particular solution for this, and therefore the general solution for 4 will be, general solution for 4 will be, we need to just take 5 plus 3q, this is our y0, plus 12 by the GCD, that's 4 into q dash, and minus 5 minus 3q plus 8, no, this is minus 8 by 4 into q dash, where q dash is an integer, q dash belongs to z, and if you simplify you get this to be equal to 5 plus 3q plus 3q dash, and minus 5 minus 3q minus 2q dash. So this is our y, this is our z. Already we have here x is equal to 5 plus 2q, therefore the total solution will be, therefore general solution for the original equation 6x plus 8y plus 12z equal to 10 will be, so what is the general solution for x? 5 plus 2q, 5 plus 2q, and 5 plus 3q plus 3q dash, 5 plus 3q plus 3q dash, after that minus 5 minus 3q minus 2q dash, minus 5 minus 2q, 3q in fact, minus 2q dash. This is the general solution for the 3 variable linear differential inequation. So just see that what we did here is, what we did is we just we know that 8 into minus 1 plus 12 into 1 is going to be equal to 4. So to get minus 5 minus 3q also, we multiplied that 1 with minus 5 minus 3q, and the minus 1 with minus 5 into minus 5 minus 3q, and 1 here with minus 5 minus 3q. So we got the complete solution like this. This is how we solve a linear definite equation in 3 variables, and this procedure can be followed for proving linear definite equations with more than 3 variables, but in that case the process is going to be more difficult. So we have completed the discussion on linear definite equation on 2 variables and 3 variables, and with this we stop our discussion on linear definite equations. Thank you.